Hello, Golden State Warriors fan. We're back with an exclusive video bringing you the latest updates. First of all, subscribe to the channel and like the video. It's crucial for you to stay informed with the news daily. Without further ado, let's get to the news. There's a buzz in the NBA world right now that Jonathan Kuminga might be on the move, and it's stirring up some serious conversation among fans and insiders alike. The Sacramento Kings have reportedly stepped up with a substantial offer for Kuminga, putting a 3-year, $63 million deal on the table. That's a strong commitment from the Kings, signaling they see something special in the young forward that could change their team's trajectory. But it's not just about the money. The deal itself is part of a larger puzzle involving Golden State and what they might receive in return. The Warriors, according to the chatter, would get Malik Monk along with a first-round pick in 2030, a package that makes this potential trade quite interesting for both sides. What's fascinating here is the back and forth dynamic between these teams. Sacramento has been in talks with Golden State, trying to find a middle ground that works. The Kings' proposal includes sending Monk, a seasoned guard, and that future first-round pick which carries lottery protections, a detail that has been a sticking point for Golden State. The Warriors want that pick to be unprotected, meaning they want full certainty on getting that first-round asset without restrictions. This demand shows just how much Golden State values the potential return for losing a young player like Kuminga, who, despite still developing, has shown flashes of real promise on the court. On the other hand, Kuminga himself appears to be steering his career towards Sacramento. Sources close to the player say he no longer wants to wear the Warriors jersey next season. The forward has expressed a strong desire to join the Kings, a team ready to offer him a starting role alongside promising teammates like Keegan Murray and Domantas Sabonis. Imagine that. A chance for Kuminga to lock down the power forward spot, step into a bigger role, and truly showcase his talents night in and night out. Conversations have reportedly even included key figures from Sacramento's front office and coaching staff, indicating that Kuminga is serious about this change, and that the Kings are equally committed to making it happen. Looking back at Kuminga's season with Golden State, he posted some solid numbers. In 47 games, he averaged 15.3 points, 4.6 rebounds, and 2.2 assists per game. Not only that, but his shooting percentages tell a story of a player still growing into his offensive rhythm, shooting. 45.4% from the field, though his three-point accuracy sat at about 30.5% and free throws at 66.8%. These stats reveal both his strengths and areas for improvement. At 22 years old, he still has time to refine his game, but the Warriors' patience seems to be wearing thin, especially considering his reported rocky relationship with head coach Steve Kerr. The Warriors themselves are at a crossroads. With veterans like Stephen Curry, Draymond Green, and others nearing the twilight of their careers, Golden State is looking for the next core to build around, and Kuminga has the upside to be a key part of that future. But the issue is the contract and role security Kuminga wants. He's holding out for a deal that not only rewards him financially, but also guarantees him a stable and prominent role within the team. Golden State has offered a deal, reportedly 2 years for $45 million, but it included clauses like removing his no-trade protection, which clearly didn't sit well with Kuminga. This push and pull has left both sides stuck in a stalemate, unable to find common ground on what the next step should be. Meanwhile, Sacramento's interest is no secret. They have made significant offers showing they believe Kuminga fits their vision. However, the Kings have been hesitant to give up some of their key young talent, like Keegan Murray or Keon Ellis, which has complicated negotiations. They want to acquire Kuminga, but not at the cost of gutting their roster of other valuable pieces. It's a delicate balance, trying to upgrade the team while maintaining enough depth and future assets to stay competitive long term. Then there's Phoenix, a team that has also expressed interest, trying to assemble a trade involving veterans like Royce O'Neal and Nick Richards. However, from Golden State's perspective, the Suns' offer hasn't been compelling enough. Phoenix already has a crowded wing rotation, and their salary cap situation limits their ability to create a long-term plan centered around Kuminga. This makes it unlikely that the Suns will be the final landing spot for the young forward, unless something unexpected shifts dramatically. So what does Kuminga really want? From what's been reported, the player is at a pivotal moment in his career. He's looking for a place that offers both financial security and a meaningful role on the court. Sacramento seems to check many of those boxes. The Kings can offer him a chance to be a starter, a chance to grow alongside other rising stars, and an opportunity to take on a bigger scoring and defensive responsibility. If he's prioritizing immediate impact and long-term growth, the Kings are a natural fit. Conversely, if Kuminga values the chance to compete for championships right now and to stay within a familiar system, the Warriors would be the better choice, provided they can come to terms on his contract demands. But that scenario looks more complicated by the day. The Suns, with their current roster makeup and financial constraints, seem like the least likely destination unless some drastic reworking happens. There's also the wildcard option of Kuminga. Betting on himself, he could sign a qualifying offer, which is around $7.9 million, and play one more year before becoming an unrestricted free agent in 2026. It's a risky path, because if he gets injured or fails to improve, his market value could drop. But if he has confidence in his ability to take a step forward and wants to keep all his options open, it's a possibility on the table. At 22 years old, Kuminga is undeniably a work in progress. He has the tools, athleticism, scoring, ability, and defensive potential to become a solid two-way player in the league. But his next move will likely determine whether he takes that next step to become a star or ends up as one of those talented wings who never quite finds the right fit or role. For now, the situation is fluid. The Warriors are holding firm on their conditions. The Kings are circling and pushing hard to secure the deal, and the Suns remain a lurking presence in the background. But ultimately, it will be Kuminga's priorities, whether that's a big payday, a guaranteed role, or loyalty to a winning culture, that decide where he lands next season. The NBA world will be watching closely, because this is not just about a single player's contract. It's about how franchises build their futures, how young stars are nurtured or lost, and how the balance of power shifts as the league evolves. Kuminga's decision could reshape not only his career, but the competitive landscape of the Western Conference. The saga surrounding Jonathan Kuminga's future continues to unfold with all the intensity and intrigue one might expect when a young player with immense potential stands at such a critical crossroads. As we peel back the layers of this developing story, it becomes clear that the decisions being made now will ripple far beyond the immediate offseason. Kuminga, only 22, has already shown glimpses of what he might become. But the question remains, where will he find the right environment to fully realize his talent and impact the league on a grand scale? Golden State Warriors have long been synonymous with championship pedigree and a culture of winning, a legacy largely built around the incredible leadership of Stephen Curry and Draymond Green. Yet the team is unmistakably in transition, with veterans reaching the tail end of their careers and the need for fresh talent more urgent than ever. Kuminga represents a key piece of that future, a versatile wing with the ability to contribute on both ends of the court. His athleticism and defensive instincts align with the Warriors' identity, and his offensive game, while still a work in progress, has the potential to develop into a reliable scoring option. But talent alone isn't enough when contractual disputes and questions about his fit within the team's system arise. The 2-year, $45 million offer that Golden State extended to Kuminga wasn't simply a financial proposal. It carried conditions like the removal of his no-trade clause and other structural components that made the deal less appealing from Kuminga's perspective. The standoff reveals a deeper tension. Kuminga is seeking not just money, but security. A guaranteed role where he can grow and thrive, and an assurance that his future will be a priority for the organization. On the flip side, the Warriors are managing salary cap constraints and trying to balance short-term competitiveness with long-term flexibility, all while maintaining a roster that can compete at the highest level. Before we continue, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any exclusive Dubs updates. Let's keep going. The basketball world is abuzz with rumors and speculations as the Philippine Basketball Association PBA team, the Warriors, have officially announced the acquisition of two of the country's most promising young talents, Kaisto and RHENZ. Abando. This move is being heralded by insiders and fans alike as the dawn of a new era for the franchise, potentially transforming the Warriors into a dominant force in the league. Sources close to the team suggest that the management sees both players not only as immediate contributors, but as long-term pillars around which the future of the franchise will be built. The buzz around this pairing is palpable, with many speculating on how their unique skills will complement each other on the court. Kai Sotto, known for his towering presence and skillful play in the paint, paired with RHENZ Abando's agility and scoring versatility, creates a tantalizing prospect for fans. Hoping for a resurgence of the Warriors' fortunes, analysts are already debating whether this strategic pairing signals a shift in team philosophy, moving from a more traditional approach to a dynamic, youth-driven game plan designed to compete with the league's best. Whispers within the PBA. Circles suggest that the Warriors are betting big on the combination of Sotto and Abando to catalyze their quest for championship glory. Observers hint that the front office might be planning a significant overhaul of the team's roster and playing style to maximize the strengths of these two young stars. Sources speculate that the Warriors could be tailoring their coaching strategies to create an environment that nurtures their development while leveraging their contrasting skills. Sotto's imposing size and rim protection mixed with Abando's quickness and perimeter shooting. Rumors also indicate that this duo might be the cornerstone of a larger rebuilding effort that aims to reclaim the team's historical prominence. Inside reports speculate about potential trades and acquisitions aligned with this vision, possibly targeting role players who fit around the unique dynamic of these emerging leaders. Fans and pundits are eagerly awaiting to see how this partnership unfolds during the upcoming season, as the Warriors seem poised to redefine their identity with this fresh infusion of talent. Industry insiders are buzzing with the possibility that the Warriors' declaration around Kai Sotto and RHENZ Abando marks more than just a roster update. It could symbolize a cultural reset within the franchise. Sources close to team management have hinted at an organizational shift, emphasizing youth development, modern training techniques, and a renewed commitment to long-term success. The whispers growing louder suggest that the Warriors are aligning themselves with global basketball trends, focusing on nurturing homegrown talents who can eventually compete on international stages. The rumored investment in state-of-the-art facilities, enhanced coaching staff, and expanded scouting efforts underline this commitment. This cultural transformation appears to be driven by a strategic vision that places Sotto and Abando at the center of a broader plan to develop a sustainable winning model. Speculations abound that the franchise is cultivating an atmosphere designed to retain these players through the prime of their careers, potentially making the Warriors a perennial contender. This rumored shift might also ignite a domino effect across the league, as other teams could respond by doubling down on their youth development programs to keep pace with the Warriors' ambitious blueprint. Amidst these swirling rumors, fans are eagerly debating the on-court chemistry that Kai Sotto and RHENZ Abando might develop. Basketball commentators and social media chatter suggest that the pair's contrasting styles could either lead to a perfect symbiotic relationship or pose challenges in harmonizing their roles. Some insiders speculate that the coaching staff is experimenting with innovative lineups to optimize spacing, ball movement, and defensive schemes that take advantage of Sotto's interior dominance and Abando's perimeter agility. There is also talk of special training sessions focusing on their communication and tactical synchronization, aiming to turn their potential into tangible success. Observers hypothesize that if this partnership gels quickly, the Warriors might surprise the league by mounting a serious challenge for the title much sooner than expected. Meanwhile, skeptics whisper about the growing pains that could come with integrating two young stars still finding their footing at the professional level. This uncertainty only fuels the rumor mill further as everyone watches closely to see if the Warriors' gamble on this youthful duo pays off in spectacular fashion or demands a recalibration of their ambitious plans. Behind closed doors, there are rumors suggesting that Kai Sotto and RHENZ Abando are not just being positioned as players, but as the very faces of a new Warriors brand, signaling a marketing and fan engagement overhaul. Sources indicate that the franchise might be preparing to launch extensive promotional campaigns centered on these athletes, capitalizing on their rising popularity to rejuvenate the fan base and expand the team's reach both locally and internationally. Industry insiders hint at potential endorsements, community initiatives, and media appearances designed to build a compelling narrative around this new era. This rumored focus on branding aligns with the Warriors' broader strategy to not only win games but also create a lasting legacy through meaningful connections with fans. Such efforts could help elevate the team's profile in the crowded sports entertainment landscape, attracting new sponsors and partnerships eager to associate with this youthful resurgence. If these speculations hold true, the Warriors might be setting themselves up for a multifaceted renaissance, combining on-court success with off-court influence, all revolving around the bright futures of Kaisto and Abando. The basketball world waits with bated breath to witness how this unfolding story will shape the trajectory of the Warriors, the league at large. Stay updated exclusively with the latest Dub Nation news. Subscribe to our channel and hit the like button to keep getting daily updates on the Warriors. Don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments. Your input is essential for the Dubs community. Stay tuned for the next video.